Good morning, friends. It's Tracey from Nova Scotia Living. I don't know where the hell Violet. I opened her door and she seen me, but she still didn't make an appearance. So it's like quarter to 6. I had to wake Marquise up. He goes to work here shortly, and I was going to take her for a walk, but I'm waiting to hear if she's going to come downstairs before I make a coffee and stuff. So anyways, I just want to start this day off. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. I don't know what today's going to be. We do have to take a spin to town. But, yeah, Friday. It'll be the weekend when they get home. And, yeah, this week's kind of went fast when I think of it. But, anyways, I'll be back in a bit. I'm just waiting to see if she comes. If not, I'm going to make myself a coffee and she'll have to wait. Well, let's get real. She won't wait because I don't want her to pee on the floor. But, yeah. Let's see if she comes downstairs. Alright guys, well, she didn't come down. I emptied the dishwasher. I see there's homemade apple tarts in the microwave. Mally must have made tarts in the middle of the night. I don't know where they came from. There's a sign on the microwave that said apple tarts. I open it up and there's a plate of apple tarts in there. Anyways, I need to go make sure Marquise has gotten up. But I'm going to have my coffee. Let's see what's up with Violet after my coffee. But yeah, I was out of creamer and the milk I had in the fridge was overdue. Today's what, the 18th? That expired on the 12th. Big jug of milk. Well, it's almost gone, but they haven't eaten cereal lately, and yeah, I'm not going to tangle with that. So I didn't have any cream. I opened a can of evaporated milk to put in my coffee. Put a little smidge. So, anybody else ever use that in the fridge? I remember my grandmother did. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be back. All right, I had my coffee. I'm going to go and see if Violet wants to hang out with me for a minute, and we'll go for a little walk outside. Because by the time I get back, it'll be time to get the kids up for school. So, we'll see. I posted a couple pictures of me and her from yesterday on Facebook. She might be pissed off at me about that, because I did it without her permission, I suppose. Anyways, I'll go see if she wants to go for a little walk. I'll have to tidy up my kitchen because, well, the dishwasher's emptied. And I'll be able to load it back up. But anyways, we'll go see if she wants to come with me. Are you coming? Do you want to go for a walk? Come on. Come on, you crazy bee. Wiener. She's coming. Look, we might have our differences sometimes, but we don't need to hold grudges, all right? Come on. Anyways, we'll go for a quick little jaunt. And yeah, Marquise was up. He's gone to work. He has the van, so when we go to town today, we'll end up taking the car. But that's fine. So, anyways, I'll be back. Son of a bee. Our compost was tipped over again. Those rascals. It's got to be raccoons. I can't imagine a bear keep coming around like this, but get out of that. I'll tip that back up in a minute. Oh well, at least it's not going to waste. Got to look at it that way. And there might not be so many maggots if they're going to eat the stuff. No, you're not getting in that either. Come on. Somebody put their garbage out the night before and a bag got tore open, so they took the rest of the bag but left their stuff there. So hopefully whoever it is, they'll come and clean it up at some point. Ooh, I sound like I'm catty. I don't mean to be. Oh, there she's having a pee. Yeah. there's a cat up there. That house right up there. There's a dog out back. I think it's Bagel. That was barking its head off. Somebody yelled out the door, "Jam up!" You're tangled all up. All right, let's go. Yeah. Oh, there. The cat just ran away. All right, I just picked up that bloody thing. Now we'll go in and wash my hands and go get the kids up. So the faucet in our kitchen isn't working. Come on. Like the water flow, you know, it's not the plumbing, it's the actual faucet. It broke a while ago, but now it's officially broke. And my husband went to town yesterday and got a new kitchen faucet. It's not like a big fancy one. I think it's probably the same one that we had, but hopefully he'll put that in today because I keep going to wash my hands there or fill up the Keurig. No water comes out. Gotta go do it in the bathroom. But, oh. Yeah, she took care of her business. Now I need to go take care of my business and get my children ready for school. All right, minions, let's go. Good morning, Devin. Come on, Ba. Oh, it's going to be warm today. It's going to go up to 24. We'll go stand in the sun.
Luckily, I'm wearing shorts and this.
Yeah. Your book bag's right there up on the hook, Mish. Yes, you can get it. Why can't you? You got 2 feet and a heartbeat and an arm or two. Armor. There you go. All right, I'll flip you around. Watch it, Misha. Messiah. There. Yeah, nice and sunny.
Last night.
Oh, it'll be hotter than last night, yeah.
Was it? Oh, yeah, it was cold last night. I find it more hot in the night than in the morning.
Do you? Maybe it's where your bedroom's positioned.
Maybe.
Oh, that sounds like a bus. That sounds like a bus, you guys.
Wait 10 minutes. Wait.
Yeah. All right, you guys have a good day at school. Let's go, Zai. Come on.
Have a good Friday, Mom.
Yes, it's the weekend when you get home, kids.
Yeah.
I'll make you clean the house from top to bottom.
No.
Misha, you don't need that jacket. It's... All right, you got a sweater in your backpack anyways. That pink one. All right, love ya. Have a good day at school. There they go. Sheesh. There they go. Low kisses. Oh, Misha's sitting with Devin again. Oh no, across from Devin. I don't think they're supposed to. All right, let's go try to get Mally up and about. And get that ball rolling. But yeah, that sun is bright. Ooh! Yeah, there's a literal drumstick in my, not a chicken drumstick, a drumstick in my driveway. I don't know. Oh, I forgot I was going to take the compost out when I went out with the kids. Dang it. All right. We woke her, didn't we, Violet? There's a pair of pants. I got some straggle dishes. Yeah. And a pair of Maze's pants I took off yesterday and threw on top of Violet, and she ran upstairs with them on. And they fell off her back. I got a wash going too, I'll just tell you. And they'll be... Violet. I swear. She tries to wedge. It's like 2 grown people trying to get through a doorway and they're fighting to get through. That's what she does when we come down the steps. It's funny. But, oh, this is that. I think this is the almost the same. Almost the same. faucet. Not quite, but anyways, the wash is going. I'm gonna bring the compost out so I can wipe the table off. I found it's better when after I get back from my morning routine, like in town, going to the store and stuff. It's nice to have a clean table, clean surfaces to do my haul and to start my day. Because if I don't, I have to get home, do that before I unload stuff, and that's not fun. It's not fun. So I have that song from yesterday, Sure Thing by Miguel, like the remix version. I asked Marquise, I'm like, do you know who Miguel is? He's like, yeah. I said, do you know the song? He's like, well, I think so, but that was like a couple years ago. I'm new to the game. Anyways, it's a slowed down remix version that I heard on TikTok, and I found out what song it was, and now I listened to it, and now it's stuck in my friggin' head. So I'm gonna put that on Google YouTube Music and listen to that while I clean my kitchen. Breakfast mess. And FYI, my kids had cake again for breakfast because I need to get rid of this cake. It's good, but it seems to be lasting forever, which it's only been 2 days, but you know, they'll finish it today. They better finish it today. So when I came downstairs today, this is what I seen. A little sign. So look at these. They look fabulous. Fabulous. Maybe I should get some whipped cream or some vanilla ice cream to put on top of it. What do you think, Mally?
I made them.
I know, Mally made them last night, so put them there. Put the sign back.
I can't spell apple.
You spelled it right.
I almost spelled it A-P-L-L-E.
That's okay. Well, if you get hot, just take them off. Take your pants off.
Oh.
Take your pants off.
No.
She's got shorts. Anyways, let's go, V. Are you coming? Come on, Violet. We're gonna go road running. Come on. We'll be responsible this time. I promise I won't hit anybody. Let's go. All right. There. All right. Now we're going to town. Oh my goodness. The line is terrible.
No, it's not.
It is. We're way down to the intersection.
No.
Okay. Well, this is like the worst.
It's because there's a long truck in the middle. We're not that far back.
We are. Not acceptable. Violet concurs, don't ya? Oh, there's a big Tim's truck. Boy, you look good. Won't you back that thing up? Huh? It's all full of coffee, Mally.
No, it's not. I'm sure it has.
All right, I made it to the superstore. All right, I've already got some stuff, but I might pick my husband up a package of these steaks, perhaps. $24.92, so it'd be like $12.40 some. And they're T-bone steaks. I don't really care, but he's all about the fancy steaks. Look at that. $41.41. Oh, God. Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. And then there's stew beef, but I thought they would be hamburger, honestly. But there's some more bat wings. Not really bat wings. They're the chicken wings that aren't clipped. And a bunch of these ones. I might get some of these because I got one package yesterday. And I put it in the freezer, but so the next time we have wings, we can have a whole heck of a lot of them. Because wings are popular in my house. And then there's some like whole chickens. Some ground turkey, chicken breasts. Yeah. Here's the hodgepodge. If you see my video yesterday, I got 5 or 6 packs of these. $3.49, but marked down, so like $1.75. I don't know. I'm tempted to buy more, but I don't need it. Like, I'm gonna use it for treats and stuff. I have them well hidden away. But yeah, I had a whole shelf full of them yesterday. And this is where I bought those 2 Airwick plugins yesterday. They have a bunch here. Alright, a quick run into the Dollarama. It's 9:15. We just got home. I'll show you what I got. Just about everything except one thing is 50% off, so awesome. I got 9 packs of these cremini mushrooms. I think I'm going to can mushrooms today. Crazy, I know, but these were $1.75 each, I think. Like, that's the 50% off price. So I'm going to do that up because I got a mountain of empty jars in my basement screaming at me. So I'm going to can those up, I think. I did find some hamburger. Already pre-made patties, so it's probably a little more expensive than buying a pack, but I have leftover hamburger buns from the barbecue, and I'm thinking we'll just make hamburgers tonight. Why not? The kids like them. It's easy, and I don't have to make them or like form them. But $11.76, $4.36, and $10.96. So cut those prices in half, and we got supper tonight. I got some vanilla ice cream on sale for $2.99. I thought to go with those apple tarts. We'll warm those up, and then they can have a little scoop of ice cream to go along with it. I got 4 packs of those chicken wings I seen, regular $11, so cut it in half, $5.50. These are going directly in the freezer for next time we have wings, we can have a whole bunch. And I got my husband 1 pack of those T-bone steaks, regular $25.98. So still pricey, but he's gonna like it, and it's Friday, so there you go, sweetheart. So now I need to put this stuff away and look up how to can mushrooms again. I think it's pressure canning for 45 minutes. I think I use those little like jelly jars, but I need to get out Harriet because we need to boil them for a little bit. And yeah, let me put this stuff away. All right, friends. Oh, Violet's under the table. I got Harriet. I went down to the basement, got my pressure canner, one of my pressure canners. I'm going to wash it. I got some jars. They're in the dishwasher now that I just turned on with some dishes. And I'm going to empty all of these 9 packs into Harriet. And we're going to blanch them. So my dishwasher's an hour. I have it set to the hour because I can't be waiting 3 hours for a load of dishes. And since we're pressure canning these, I have an old video on canning mushrooms. And this was totally spontaneous. Didn't wake up planning on canning today. And it's not hard to do, but the hardest thing that I'm procrastinating about is washing my canner because it's a big old pot. Not that it's dirty, but it's been sitting down in my basement, so it needs washing. But I'll do that while the dishwasher's going. I'll blanch these while the dishwasher's going. And yeah, we'll be good. This might kick off a whole canning thing, but I don't know why I'm doing this on a Friday, but my mind works in mysterious ways. But I don't have very many little half-pint jars like the jelly jars, but I have enough for this. But I do have a lot of pint jars and quart jars. So I need to use those up because I don't like having empty jars in my house if I can help it. Now, after we blanch these, I'm going to strain them and rinse them too. This just makes it easy because these are already sliced up for me. Cremini mushrooms. And a half pint is about the same size as if you were to buy a can of mushrooms at the grocery store. And I put it in different things, but we'll have a nice stockpile that'll last. I don't know how long the FDA says to use up canned stuff, but my experience and lots of people's experience, this is just like not a you have to do this kind of video, but you know, it can last a couple of years at least. But I'll use them up by then. Anyways, I'm going to fill this up with water and get it on the stove, so I'll be right back. Oh, for flying flop's sakes, my kitchen faucet doesn't work. I'd have to use the bathroom one, so I have to go in and fill up a small thing because Harriet's not going to fit in that sink and do that. So great. All right, is full. So I'm going to bring this up to a boil and then I'll try to squish it down, bring the bottom to the top to the bottom, and let it go till they shrink down a little bit, maybe 10 minutes bubbling, 5-10 minutes, and that's all it takes. All right, this is turning into more work than I thought it was going to be. But I gotta wash these, the gasket, the lid. So I'm using my tubs. There's some water, some rinse water, and some extra hot water. And I'm just gonna put them over there. Those mushrooms still haven't come up to snuff, but they're over there. I'm just gonna listen to some music and get these washed. All right, friends, I strained those mushrooms. My husband's out there changing the faucet in the sink. The dishwasher's still going. I just got off the horn. And yeah, the canner and all that stuff's washed, so that's awesome. I'm just letting him do his thing. Then I'll have water in the kitchen again, which is awesome. And we'll can up those mushrooms. So what time is it? It's 10:39. Yeah, so I'll be back. All right, he just went and shut the water off down in the basement so he can do whatever he's doing. I can't help but think of one of those sexy books I read. Ooh, I have my very own handyman. I have a job. He's going down to turn the water on. He wants me to see if there's any leaks when he turns it on. So I helped. All right, friends. Now I'm trying to get you positioned. Is that better? Is that better? I don't know. Let me see. I filled up my big kettle. I'm bringing that up to a boil because we need some hot water. Oh. Salt. Putting salt in this is optional, but I have my jars out of the dishwasher and they're still hot. I got my rings, a little bit of vinegar in this cup, some lids, something to debubble with, my mushrooms, and my pressure canner is loaded with the amount of water that is for my pressure canner. I have 2 Miro pressure canners, M-I-R-R-O, the big kahuna ones. They're not the big fancy all-American ones that people can buy, but these have done me well. I've never looked at buying any other ones. Like when I bought, well, Mom gave me one. It was hers, and then I bought a second one because usually when I can big. I got 2 pressure canners going at the same time, but today that won't be happening. But anyways, when I bought mine, I think it was less than $100. Now I don't know what they cost now. I've had that one for probably 5 years. Just got it off of Amazon. Can't remember how much it was, but I know it wasn't expensive. And it's the one that you use just the weights. Like I don't have a gauge that tells me. Like some canners use like a gauge. I've never canned with that, and I think they're very good. I just never canned with one of those before. Hope I have enough jars. I thought I'd have too many. My husband's getting in the shower now. I'm just filling these up, but I mean these, we're gonna add some hot water to this because they're hot mushrooms, hot jars, hot water, and I have the canner on the stove starting to heat up. So, oh, and I was just talking to Dad on the phone. I hope you can hear me, like the kettle's loud. I forgot to give Mally lunch money today. She had like a snack and a drink. And I said, well, just go to Papa's for lunch. He just lives 5 minutes from the school, so. And he's like, oh yeah, anytime. So she'll probably just go there. If she's hungry anyways. If she's not, she'll be eating good at supper time. Okay. So yeah, these boiled for about 10 minutes. And then I let them sit in the water. I rinsed them too, just because I didn't wash them before I put them in there. They say that they're washed, but I like to do the extra step. And my sink works now, so that's fantastic. And there's just a few little mushrooms here. So I have just enough. There's one extra jar there. When we debubble these will be, there'll be a little more room. There, done. Well, done that part anyways. And adding salt is optional. I wonder if I should do that after I add the water. Now I filled it up with hot water. I filled it with hot water, the kettle, before I turned it on. It's been going. It's not boiling, but it's hot. It's steaming. And I'll show you where on the ring the water goes. Oh gosh, my arm's tired. Come on. Have you guys ever canned mushrooms? I know some of you guys are canners too. And I still have some canned meat down in the basement, so I haven't canned that because all the meat that I buy, I can can that. But I can also cook it and make freezer meals or whatever. I could have dehydrated these mushrooms, but I still have some dehydrated in the basement. I have maybe 5 jars of mushrooms down in the basement, like canned mushrooms like this. So this will just restock some of it. And at the price, I know mushrooms aren't that expensive at the store, but it lets me practice my skills and do it myself. Because if you don't do it, you kind of forget. Or I've canned, you know, those little bags of baby carrots that I get sometimes for lunches. I've canned up a whole bunch of those before. I think there's still some of those down there. So this is pickling salt. You don't use iodized salt like standard table salt. I don't know about pink Himalayan salt, but kosher salt or pickling salt when you're canning. So I'm using a chopstick to just go down the sides, try to push out any air bubbles. And you're not supposed to use anything metal. Use something plastic or wooden, because you don't even want a hairline scratch in a jar, because in a pressure canner especially, it's gonna bust. It will bust. So I'm gonna do this, then I'll add the salt. But after doing this, I can see what needs to be adjusted. If there's too much, if it goes up above the lip where it's supposed to be, I'll take some out. Like that one looks too much. This one looks too much. Yeah, so 2 of them. Is that one? That one's too much. Yeah. Let me get a spoon. And just as I get done telling you not to use metal, but I'm going to try to be very careful not to scratch the sides. Very careful. There's only so much I can do. I'll get a I will just get a plate and eat these myself if I can't fit them properly in a jar, because I'm not going to make a jar of mushrooms with 4 or 5 mushrooms in it. You could. I could put 1 little slice of mushroom in there and fill the rest up with water and can it, but it's a waste of a jar. So I'll just have some of these with some spice on it, with whatever I eat today, and we'll be good. That one has a little too much water. This towel will be washed after, and it's just mushroom water. I think some people can the mushrooms with the water they brine them, or like blanched them in, but I wouldn't, just because whatever dirt is left on there or remnants is in that water. So that's good. So now, let me just show you with this jar. I'll come over. If you want a more in detail video, I'll put the link, but here's the jar. You try to fill it up to that bottom lip there. The product doesn't have to be all the way up there. As long as liquid is, you know, everything in the jar doesn't go past that, if possible. That's what you need to do. So now I had some white vinegar in here. You can use hot water, but I generally use vinegar, especially if you're canning meat, just because it'll cut through any fat. But just, this is what Mom did. This is what I do. Oh shoot, I should have did this first. And what that does, I'm using half a teaspoon. Well, maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. I don't need it super salty. You don't have to add any at all. But before you even start canning, you should always check the lids of your jars. If there's any cracks or anything stuck on it, you know, don't use it. All right, let's do this again, because just in case there's any salt, dust, and yeah, you got to make sure this is clear so the red ring that's on the lid can actually get sucked down properly on the top of the jar, so it creates a perfect seal. And we're good. So I get these at the dollar store. It's the cheapest place in town to get them, $2. And before, I used to soak the lids in hot water, but apparently you don't have to do that now, so I'm not doing it. There, there, there. Oh, I should get you guys off so I can show
or take some pictures. Just a minute. All right, I just snapped a couple photos. Put this on. There. Here's some rings, and these jars are hot, so I've got to be careful. You just kind of use fingertip tight. You don't need to do it super hard, but like that. And then we just put them in the hot pressure canner. Now, if my mushrooms were cold, my jars were cold, my water was cold, my canner was cold. You got to make sure everything's kind of the same in the same realm temperature. Like you wouldn't want to put hot jars in a cold canner or cold jars in a hot canner, because you know what's going to happen. Speaking from experience, it's just the jars were hot when they came out of the dishwasher, so they could handle the hot mushrooms and the hot water. And these jars are not sterilized. If I was water bath canning, I'd sterilize them, wash them good, stick them in the oven. I forget what temperature, but for so long. But since we're pressure canning, I mean, they gotta be clean, but it gets so hot in a pressure canner that it does the sanitizing or sterilizing for you. So, gotta like that. All right. There they are. I'm going to get them in the canner, and I'll bring you over and show you what that looks like. All right, they all fit in the bottom level, so that's great. I'll set you up and we'll get the lid on. All right, move this stuff out of the way. I've got to empty the rest of the dishwasher too here shortly, but I put a splash of white vinegar, just a splash, in the canner water, because your jars will get kind of cloudy on the outside if you don't do that. And I mean, it can be washed off, but just that eliminates that from happening. So now here, I'll show you this. My canner, it's so tall, if I had more jars, I'd put this on top of those jars and add more, but I don't got more jars, so I don't need that. And see, mine just has that whole thing at the top. There's the poker is what I call it. And I guess that thing is a fail-safe. If the pressure gets too much, it pops. I don't know. But I blew in the top of that to make sure there's nothing blocking it. And then under here, this is the gasket. I've got to make sure that's good and clean. I've got to make sure the top of here is clean, so that can end up being sucked down and stick into the pressure canner, so it can build up pressure. If you're picking up what I'm laying down. Now, the water and the vinegar is in here for this specific canner. Every canner is a little different, so if you're new to this, make sure you read your manual. There. So I'm turning it on high, and we gotta wait for this to come up. This is going to take a little while, not as long as if it was cold. But when the steam starts coming out of here, forcefully, like a steady stream of steam, we put the timer on for 10 minutes. And what that does is get any loose, oh, I got a tickle. Any loose or, extra air, it pushes it out. So then it gets the pressure in there. And then we go to the next step. But sometimes I've done this, and if this lid isn't on a good seal, this poker won't poke up. So you can't can until this poker is up, because if the poker's up, it means there's pressure in there. And I'd have to shut it off and take the lid off and wash it again and put it back on. It's a pain in the butt when that happens, but it's happened to me more than once. But we'll know that there's pressure in here when this little red poker pokes up. So anyways, I'll bring you back when that is doing its thing. I'm going to clear up the table. I'm going to leave that towel on the table, because when the jars are all done, you should make sure you put it on like a towel or something. Don't leave it in a room where there's a draft, because the super hot jars with the draft coming through, that could smash your jars too. But that way that towel will be there to kind of like absorb the extra heat, I guess. So anyways, I'll be back. I'm gonna do that while this does that and you do that. So all right, it's coming up pretty fast. That looks like it's just about to pop up because the steam's coming out of it. I'm gonna set the timer for 10 minutes. And when I bring you back, I was hoping to catch it pop up. It's very exciting. Come on. I know you want to. If that is not popped up by the 10 minutes, we still, there, we did it, we caught it. There you are, little buddy. So there is still some steam coming out of there, but that's okay. It means the air is being pushed out, there's pressure building, and now the steam has even gotten harder, you can tell, because there's pressure in there. It's coming out full force. So when that 10 minutes is up, I'll bring you back. Faith in you and I, pretty little hand in mine. Alright, 10 minutes is up. I'm using a 10-pound weight. Mine comes with a 20-pound, 10-pound, and 5-pound. Or 15-pound. I forget now. But I know this is a 10-pound one. So we're going to stick it on there. That is super hot. And I'm not feeling brave today. I used to be brave, but there. So this is still on high. And I'm going to leave it on high until this starts wiggling and jiggling and making a god-awful sound for somebody that doesn't know. And then when that happens, that'll take a couple minutes. We adjust the temperature on the stove and set the timer for the canning process. So I'll bring you back when it starts dancing for us. Oh, that didn't take long at all. Maybe a minute. Sometimes it takes longer. But this is what you want to see. So on my stove, I turn it down between a 6 and a 7. Right there. And I'm going to set my timer for 45 minutes. Come on. And this should do this 2 or 3 times a minute in my experience. That's what I do. So it's not doing this the whole time, but you'll hear it either do big bursts like that or like a slow wiggle. I don't know. So anyways, yeah, in 45 minutes, we'll go on to the next step. All right, the timer just went off. It's 12:48. So now all we do is shut this burner off and leave it. Don't touch it. Don't move it. Don't take the jiggly thing off. We've got to wait till this little poker goes down naturally. And that means the pressure is out of the canner. Now I need to go get my charger for you guys. And me and Violet have a date with Mr. Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. We're going to sit outside for a half hour, get a little sun kissed on our skin. Eh? You know what I'm talking about. Do you want to go outside in the sun with me? But I need to go get the charger first. And that's fine now. When I'm pressure canning, I can't, like, I'm not going to go upstairs and have a nap or anything like that. I'll wait a few minutes before I go out too, just when I know the hissing has stopped. There'll still be pressure in there, but the temperature will continue to go down. So I don't have to worry about it popping a top or anything like that. But yeah, I'm going to go get some shorts on. We're going to go sit out in the sun. All right, we're outside. Just get my straps down. I'll set my timer for a half hour. My husband's gone down to a meeting down at the local coffee shop. So I'm facing this way. Violet's over there. I got a water bowl out here. I got myself a water bottle and the house phone just in case anybody calls. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to my book. By the flowers, and yeah, just enjoy this beautiful day. I have about another 7 minutes left, but my husband just got home. Alright guys, guys, I'm done. It's 1:28 in the house. Still got my shorts on. I'll go back upstairs in a minute and put my stretchy pants back on. But that's still very hot. This is still extremely hot. And you gotta let it cool down. That's all part of the canning process too. I could leave this in here for a while too, but it's okay. It's safe to open the can. So when I do, kind of lean back a bit and do it that way so the steam that's in there doesn't come up in my face because it's hot. Well, none seem to have broke, so that's a bonus. But let's get one out of here. This one hasn't sealed down yet or like popped. They'll pop as they cool down. But that's what it looks like inside a can of mushrooms. Only you can see through it because it's in a jar. But you can see that it's bubbling. Super hot. You don't want to do this with your bare hands. And these little tongs are a good thing. So I will get the rest out of here and we'll look at our pretties on the kitchen table. There they are. Oh, they look so good, Violet. They look so good. I don't know if this is her first canning experience. I can't remember the last thing I canned. Sometime last year. I don't think I did any this year so far, but yeah, I already heard a couple pop, but these are still bubbling. Super hot. Focus. My husband's out there singing. Real hot. Violet's yelling. That's my neighbor Ann over there. Ann and Elliot, but Elliot's not with her right now. Of course, she has to make herself known. Violet, I mean. But we're outside again because the kids will be home within 10 minutes. Why not just get a little more sun? I didn't put my shorts back on, but front of the leg, kind of the white side of my leg, the back side, but oh well. It's all good. All good. Yeah, I've just been a bit of a bump watching really funny videos, laughing. I send some to Mally, and send some to my husband, Marquise, and Medea. I have a weird sense of humor sometimes. But I said to my husband, well, if you want to barbecue hamburgers, I already made the patties. It's those pre-made ones that I bought today. So he might do that. If not, I'm just going to do them on the grill because they're quick and easy. And yeah, I know we just had barbecue the other day and they had barbecue leftovers yesterday. And part of those things were there was hamburger, chicken, and sausage and salads and stuff, but they really like hamburgers. I'm going to make the whole lot of them. I'll eat a couple anyways. I just don't eat it with the bun. Have a couple pickles, like some cucumbers, or there's, oh, got to remember those apple tarts. Yes. Yeah, with some ice cream. That'll be good. It's Friday. So, yeah. I just took my wrap thing off. But, yeah, I'll start working on that here in a little bit. When Melly will get home around 4 o'clock and all that. But I'll get the grill out. I just put it away, too. But
Yeah, those take, I think, like 8 minutes, 6 to 8 minutes, I think, in the grill. I can usually get like, well, burgers that I make, 4 or 5 on the grill at a time. But these might be like wider. They're not super thick, but so maybe 4 at a time. They'll have that and some vegetables and some apple tarts and ice cream. Boy, I tell ya, deluxe around here. The bus is here. Who's here, Violet? They come to see ya. She can't, I don't know if she can see behind that bush. Zaya has a big hoodie on. It's scorching out here. Happy Friday! Oh.
I bring Lisa's out so
Oh, you're carrying 2 backpacks.
I bring it out so she didn't have to.
Well, that's awfully nice of you. How was school, Mish? Zai?
I think I'm gonna keep it on.
The best day ever?
Yes. Yes. I think I'm gonna keep it on after we.
So we had a substitute just for like 30 minutes because the teacher was going to a meeting.
Yeah.
He fell off his chair.
Really?
Yeah.
You should ask her if anybody fell.
I know, I usually do. Was he okay?
Yeah.
Did he fall back in the chair? Or he just fell off?
Well, like he just fell off. I'm not sure what happened. But he fell off.
Oh, well, that happens to the best of us.
It was on like one of those spinning chairs.
Ah, Violet! Yes. You go have a pee and then we'll go in. You can have a treat.
Every single class we went to, we had free time. Even English.
Every single class you had what?
That I had was free time.
Oh, it was free time.
Except for English.
Isn't it the best time of year at school?
Except English, you have to finish your work before you. Guess what? They changed the time.
Yeah, I think you're getting a different English teacher, Misha. You're getting the other English teacher.
I know. We changed the time outside.
Just a minute, Maze is telling me something. Okay, Maze.
So each place was 20 minutes in gym.
20 minutes in gym. Okay.
40 minutes equals.
Wow, that's amazing, Mumford. All right, they're hungry, so I'm heating up the grill now. So, that's good. 12, 13, 14. I don't know how many buns I have, but I won't be eating them with buns anyways, myself. I have 8 in here, and 2 in here, so there's 10. So that should work out. All right, I cut up a cucumber and a tomato, and they're going to have that to go along with their hamburgers. Seasoning. She was like, it's a travesty not to have them seasoned.
Bland food is bad food.
This one's Messiah's. 2 burgers, some cucumbers, some tomatoes, and I put a cheese stick on there too. So that's what they're having. There's one of those little tarts with some ice cream on it. Here's some pictures. Just here rocking out with Dad's guitar. And look what he created. Those magnetic things. What are those called again? I forget. I forget too. But look at that. I'd want to live in a house like that.
Yeah, except it has to be way bigger.
Yeah, way bigger. I do have a big bum, right?
It's probably nearly as big as this house.
Yeah, but that's really awesome, Maze. I came out and this is what he has on the floor. How awesome is that?
Oh, I don't have enough.
Ooh, I look kind of like a zebra or something, huh? Anyways, where can I sit? This way, maybe? I don't want to black my face out completely. Still doesn't do jack, does it? Not really. Let me sit over on this one. I just scared Violet. It was just me. She's got up. Oops. Anyways, I'm going to end this video now. It's just after 6:03. But the kids enjoyed supper. There's a couple burgers left. Marquise and Kara are out. It's their 1-year anniversary today. So I sang them happy anniversary when they got here. But they just went downtown to Taco Cat. They're going to go out for supper. And, I was talking to my friend Velva. Haven't talked to her in months. So she's moving. She's still going to be in the area, but she has some jars and wanted to know if I wanted some. And I'm kind of a sucker for jars most of the time. Don't really need them, but they're free jars. You know? You know, Violet? You know. And I know. Yes. You're about to try to jump up on me. I know you are. But anyway, so it was nice talking to her. She's moving next week. So I said, if I'm in on the weekend, I'll pick them up. And if not, I can pick them up on Monday. She also has some sort of a big crystal bowl for me that I guess Mom gave to her years ago. But it's full of rocks, special rocks. I said, well, actually, that's ideal because my little Misha loves rocks. My windowsills downstairs are full of rocks. She was like, well, some of the, like, from our grandkids and that painted and stuff. I said, oh, I'll take care of them. I don't mind that. I'll let Misha go through them and pick the ones that she wants. And if not, we'll set them outside around our yard. You know, that sort of thing. I'm not just going to dump them on the side of the road. But she really wanted me to have that bowl because Mom gave that to her. Originally, it was her and Mom that were friends, and they were friends right up until Mom turned into an angel. But I grew up, like Velva's mom and dad's age, you know what I mean? But I grew up with her in my life, and she used to foster, and I used to do respite for one of the boys that she had. He had like severe autism and stuff. In my yearbook, if you watch my attic adventuring, when I found my yearbook, I mentioned this young man. You're supposed to, in my little blurb from my graduation. But anyways, Velva, yeah, it was nice to talk to her. I don't think she ever watches these videos, but if you ever do, I love you. I do. So I might pop into her house either this weekend or on Monday and get some jars. She was like, there's some with pickled onions in there I was going to dump out. Or I might give them to you full and you can dump them out. I said, okay. But, again, free jars. To go buy new jars, they're expensive. They're expensive. And for the amount of canning I don't do canning all the time. But when I do canning, I generally can big. Today was an example of canning small. Like, that wasn't very much. If I had more mushrooms, I would have canned them all. I took every single last bit of mushrooms at the superstore that were 50% off. And I need to go assess the jar situation in the basement. Because I do have dry beans. I could do that because I do the no soak method. I put dry beans, fill them with water, a little salt, and pressure can them. I think I have 2 or 3 bags in my laundry room, and I planned on making beans at some point, but it'll use up my jars, and then you just pop the top and make a chili with them, or whatever, you know, whatever. Buy some frozen vegetables, buy some marked down vegetables, I can do that up. Marked down meat too, but anyways, I'm getting that little inkling in the back of my neck, like, Tracey, you already have the pressure canner upstairs, just do it. Just do it. But we'll see. We'll see. But thanks for hanging out with me today. I feel good doing that. And it was an easy supper. It was 50% off supper, but they're not complaining. And those tarts, it was nice. Mally made not midnight margaritas, but midnight apple tarts. And worked out good. The kids liked that with the ice cream. They had another little dish of ice cream afterwards because one little ball, just not going to do it. Just not going to do it. So anyways, I do plan on filming tomorrow. Oh, Mally said that they launched rockets at school today. She did a little video. If I can get her to send it to me, I'll put it in here.
Everybody, heads up, look.
I know, but you're going. We're in the way.
2, 1. Who's that one?
Yeah, I do plan on filming tomorrow. It's Saturday. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know half the time of what I'm doing. I'm just getting through the days and trying to look on the bright side of things, which isn't too hard because life is a beautiful thing if you can have that perspective. So anyways, I'm going to say peace, love, and happiness today and every single day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you so choose, but if not, that's okay too. I still love you. I still want all the happiness in the world for each and every one of you out there. I certainly do. I really, really honest and truly do. Yes, I do. So, all right, guys, I know this is going to be a long one, so we'll see what tomorrow's going to be like. But with that, I'm going to say have a good night or have a good morning, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Boink.